So yeah, so this is our third, or just like our fourth meeting, right?
Mm,
Because we
I
did a
think yeah,
meeting
four.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, four.
Apologize everybody if I'm chewing. I just need to get some more watermelon in my body. But anyway, so I'm not entirely sure what today's agenda. Um, I know you're gonna pitch me the next five characters, right? This is correct.
Yeah,
And then we're gonna go through this and then try to come up with a color scheme that could work, right?
yeah,
All right, so we can
yeah.
do
Perfect.
that since I already have it started set up. I think this will be um, relatively easier. So what did you guys have in mind? Did you think about it
Well,
after my
actually,
thoughts?
I, I wanted to come with a open mind, but I do have a little bit of an idea about each of the species.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, we do
Uh,
watermelon.
so, you want to jump straight into coloring? I,
Yeah,
I
sure.
have a couple of things I have to say about the illustrations.
Okay,
The,
cool.
the uh, Gridley still has four fingers.
Oh, what the? You're right. Just ignore this last little one. That one doesn't
Okay.
exist. Yeah, in fact, what we can do?
And
What are you talking about?
yeah, there you go. There you go.
What? What are you talking about? He only has three fingers. Concept
Okay.
art live.
And I, I think Spark's legs, now that you have done the double knee thing,
Uh huh.
by the position, they feel more like they are broken legs than actually.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I'll change those.
It looks, like these old video games in which some of the characters sometimes go crazy and their whole body becomes wobbly.
Yeah, like it's ragdoll physics. Yeah.
And we didn't show Fempo in the previous one because
Uh
he
huh.
was not ready. But basically, I think he's pretty cool. I don't have
Okay, cool.
anything to
So fix the
say about it.
broken legs. The finger we already
Yeah.
fixed. Is there anything else?
No, we will
Okay, cool.
do Sparks. No, what is it called?
Yeah, sparks.
Yes, Sparks. The
Okay.
ball. We will do it eventually, so we will change that
Oh,
later.
phaser, you mean? Phaser's ball? Yeah,
Hmm?
because we're going to design that. So I kind of left it alone until we
Yeah,
come up with
yeah.
something.
Until we design the ball, I think there's a point.
Yeah, that was my thought too. All right, cool. So,
So for color schemes and things like that, well, um, I think the color scheme for the Ithcal character, the female in the middle,
uh-huh.
it kind of fits them pretty well. What you have there, which are
Which
more like
character?
the one in the middle,
Shady.
Sadie.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, I think Ithcal characters would probably go with more natural colors that you will find in nature, like earth color, sun color, maybe the color of trees or things like that. Things that feel more natural. I think they're
Okay.
more grounded that way. Um, while Corvos, actually, most of them have stopped living in planets altogether. They live in space stations and a Dyson ring around a star.
Uh-huh.
So they are very, uh, very much into technological things. So I guess the type of color they will go for will be more artificial, um, metallic, maybe, um, and maybe because they can use these colors, they could use like very strong ones, like yellows that are very strong, oranges that are very powerful.
Okay.
Uh, they
Wait.
really like to stand up, to do to stand out. Sorry, to stand out from the crowd. So probably using very bright colors could be one way of doing that. Also using LEDs, so they could have like lights in their suits.
Wait.
Uh,
Which characters are these?
these are the Corvos, which are Sparks and Phaser.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're using more like yellows?
Well, I said yellows because yellows is a very distinctive color, but like
Yeah.
yellows, oranges, anything that stands up a little bit.
Okay. So here's my question. So do you want to have it based off of the races rather than the classes?
The colors.
Yes.
Mm, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem. Um, just because my ideas were wrapped around the idea that like the colors will be focused on
On
their
the class.
their class.
Hmm.
Um, so you know you have like a
But I
tanky
think
character versus like a rogue like character or like a more agile character. But
yeah. But I think
it's okay with the
we do
races.
that, if we do that, and then we have the guards who are supposed to be stronger, bigger, more armor, and they have also the same color scheme.
Uh huh.
I think it will be harder to make them more different if they are all big, bulky, armored, and follow the same color scheme.
I see. Okay. So here we go.
Although, although it is true that for the miniatures they will not be painted, so it won't matter. It's more for
The,
the art.
the card. Okay. So here's some ideas. So this is how this works. Can you see this?
Uh-huh.
So you can see what it looks like with like yellows and oranges. I can adjust this like the temperature. It's pretty dynamic what I can do with this. So I would say that's pretty cool. And then I can go here and do that for this.
Uh-huh.
Oops. And just lower that a bit and then actually make it a little more subtle. Actually, I think this is fine. I just need to go here and then mess with this. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So it's not so. But yeah, so this is a good example of now this guy is like the yellow, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then you said sparks. So let's see what sparks, what we can do with sparks. Let's go with more of like a fire type of look. Let me control it for a second. That's really aggressive. And then, well, let me see something. Yeah, let me turn this color to like a darker red. Oh, not blue. So it feels a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And then, what else were you thinking? Like, how does that look? Does that look cool?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and they now look
Uh,
different from each other for sure.
yeah. When I was talking about the colors, I was talking more about the clothing, the lighting. I think you can do whatever you want with it. Although I think it
Oh,
is
I
pretty,
see what you're saying. Oh,
yeah.
I totally misread what you were saying then. Yeah, I
So
was
yeah, the
focusing
light.
on the lighting because the color um, of the races, the actual colors of their outfits, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I I think there's still an opportunity to just keep it. Sorry, change their colors so not everybody looks like the same team. That makes sense. Uh, but I don't think it's a big deal. Like I think I can change this guy's color. Let me see.
No, I'm not saying you should change the existing ones. I'm talking about more how we, if we progress. Uh,
Hold on. maybe I can
Yeah.
change it. Yeah, that's not really what I want to do. Hold on. I want to do it more like this. Then, let's see. Whoops. Uh-huh. This is like this. Does that look better? Or does that fit your fancy?
Okay, so let me explain myself a little bit better. The teams are not composed of the same species,
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
so you don't have to make all the corvos yellow, all the ethical other color. Like every single one of them has their own different color. Basically, they
Yeah.
are basically freelancers, and for each match they get hired. So they don't have a team's color or anything like that. So
Okay.
you can feel free to experiment and have plenty of different colors.
Okay, cool.
So you could have one being yellow and the other one being blue or red or whatever you really want.
Okay,
Basically,
cool.
what I wanted to get across is the Ithacal will have natural colors that you find in nature, while the Corvo would go for colors that you can only create in a computer that you don't really have in real life.
Okay.
So they say, well, we can create this color, why not use it, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But you can use purple, you can use whatever you really want.
Okay, cool. But I guess my question is, with the lighting changes, this helps change their character colors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what do you think about Grizzly or even Zimpo?
I really like it.
Do you want to change their lighting or anything?
Not really.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
maybe Tempo could use.
All right, let's check that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
For me, blue doesn't have that much aggressivity into it. So I think you could have more. Maybe using red is a little bit going for the easy thing, but for a color in between, something more.
Okay. So we can do something. Okay. Let me make this a new one. You said not red though, right?
Well, I think red is like kind of the obvious color.
Okay.
I think it would be interesting to try something a bit different. I mean, feel free to use not often used colors like pink or different shades of of blue.
Yeah, I'm trying to mix this guy up. So he doesn't have just red anymore.
Yeah.
It's like this red and blue. It's a combination.
Yeah.
Which kind of goes with his outfit. I think this will be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, this Ray looks like a cast of different characters.
It does. Yeah.
All right.
I think for humans, these kind of duller colors fit well.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
duller.
a bit dull. Yeah, well, while the Corvo are super bright, the humans are a bit dull. A bit, I don't know, like,
Yeah, I'm gonna desaturate it more just to make it just a little bit more. It's very subtle. Okay, cool.
yeah. And for the Roag, I don't really have a strong opinion. I really
Okay.
like how he looks. I wouldn't change it. That's basically my opinion.
Okay. We don't have to worry about it. We'll just move on and then just start working on the next series of characters. I think that sounds good.
Can you turn on the backgrounds?
Yeah, I was about to do that before, just so we can see.
Yeah, they look a lot different now. You think we can try a different color for Sadie's lighting? Something mysterious
For who?
for Sadie.
Yeah, we can do whatever you want, man.
Okay.
We haven't done green yet.
Yeah, no.
Red looks cool. I think actually like the more white. Something
White?
about that. Yeah, something about that looks nice. That's what it was before. This is where it's at, like there's like a frost.
Yeah.
Basically, like the colors are very desaturated, like the little effects. And what that helps do is pop out the colors off of her outfit.
Yeah, actually, like my eyes get drawn more to her face now.
Yeah. And then we can add more of this blue. Oops.
Maybe a very grayish blue. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that's pretty cool.
Can we see how she looked before?
Can't technically. I have to change the colors back.
Can you? I think I can open.
It was like blue. It was more like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I prefer the white grayish color. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what it was before.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So between these five, I think Phaser maybe the lights are a bit too strong at the moment.
All right. Let's see. Um, I think I need to do this. This is the way to do it.
Yeah, something a bit more subtle. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think this is a little bit better.
Just like that, they all look completely different.
Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah, see, this part is not too hard to do. The changing the colors and stuff. It's not too, or like the special effects. It's the way that I do it.
Okie dokie.
Actually,
So, yeah, everything I said was basically about the color of the suits.
Got
So I
it.
think that's something to use for the next 5.
Okay, sounds
Uh,
good.
Feel free to experiment with unusual colors. I really like that.
All right, cool.
Like for example, Thempos combination is quite unusual.
Yeah,
Very nice.
definitely. Yeah. All right. Well, I think this is good to go. We can move on to the next stage, which is talking about the next 5 characters. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna switch you presenter role, and then we'll go from there. So get ready.
Do you see my screen?
I do.
All right. Uh, Let me zoom in a bit. So you can see it properly. Okie dokie. So I have here written down, just like I did for the previous 5.
Okay.
I'll do it out each of them. So we got Lightning, who is a male corvo. Not that it matters for them to be
Okay.
male or female, it's the same. Basically, what is fun about him, he has electric suit. So everything he touches gets electrocuted. So basically,
Cool.
he goes around hugging people and taking them off. Yeah,
Okay.
and he's a little bit crazy. He's on the crazy side of things.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he should be fun.
Okay.
Uh,
Got it. Wrote it down.
so we also have Trickster, who is another corvo.
Okay.
He would be a more serious kind of player, and he has telekinesis powers. So basically, he steals the ball using his mind, which is pretty useful. I also thought of giving him a 360 angle view, so he could have like, I don't know, a helmet that has like cameras all around it. So, and those cameras are detected, like fed into his cortex. So he has
Okay.
this
Yeah, that's
super
cool.
technology thing going on that he sees everything around him. It's kind of like I was going to say a spider. You know, these spiders that have
Okay.
like, some of them have a couple of eyes in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm just writing it down. Oh, you have notes there, but I'm writing my own notes.
yeah, sure. I can hear you typing. That's okay. So then there is Mace. Mace is a Ithal female, another Ithal female. And well, she's a defensive guard. What she does is she brings with her these portable energy seals, which are basically like a small thing
Okay.
that once deploys it, becomes this large energy seal, trying to stop people from attacking the ball carrier or
Gotcha.
herself.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe she could be. Maybe we could see her opening a seal, or throwing one. I don't know.
Okay.
And she could be carrying others.
Cool. Okay.
I was kind of imagining her actually like opening one like behind her, like holding it kind of like this. But
Okay.
free. See what checks with you. So then we will have Fixer. Fixer is another Ithcal, and she's both a hacker and a healer.
Hacker and healer. Okay.
I'm going to send you this page. So
Oh, of course.
so-
I'm just writing down like the words you're saying and writing down things I think I can do.
okay. So basically, hackers in Corvo what they do is they get into the electronics of the suits of their opponents and have their engines stop. They basically cannot dodge any asteroids coming that way
Got
after being hit. And she's also a healer. She
Okay.
uses some powers and abilities.
Okay.
It's not actually in the game. It's actually not so much as healing. She's more of how would you call it? She gives a bonus. It makes people better when they are close to her.
Okay.
But I think the look of a healer kind of fits
Okay.
because we won't actually be seeing the power, how it works. That is written in the rules. So I thought healer was a word that could help you
Okay.
find it. Yeah, but the actual power, what it does, it makes another players be better at whatever they're doing. Buffer, is that how they call it in games?
Totally. Buffs people. Got it.
Yeah. And then we have Tempus, who is a human, also female. And she's one of a very good carrying the ball. So she receives the ball and avoids the ball getting stolen from her. And then she has this one power that I think is very hard to implement into the illustration. But I will tell you about it. Maybe inspires you something.
Yeah. Please tell me.
Once per game. So the game is played in 5 rounds. So in one of those 5 rounds, she can do 2 actions instead of 1.
Okay.
So for one whole round, she's like 2 players. She's as fast as 2 players.
Wow.
That's why I call her one hit wonder.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I have some ideas.
Okay. So we got 2 Ithcal, 2 Corvo, and 1 human. We already talked about maybe using some extreme, bright, unnatural colors on the Corvo, using more grounded colors for the Ithcal related with nature, maybe. Any kind of nature, doesn't have to be trees. And then humans who have a more dull kind of, I would imagine then more post-apocalyptic kind of thing. Not actually post-apocalyptic, but you know this look that post-apocalyptic films have. They're like very, I don't know, gray.
Worn.
Yeah, worn, yeah.
Rusted. Got it.
Yeah, a bit like that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Any questions?
No, man. This is pretty straightforward. And I haven't written this down, so can you just give me each one's breakdown in terms of their fingers? So Corvo has 4 fingers, right?
Okay, so yeah, let's go for
and then hinged legs.
Corvos have 4 fingers.
And
I'm always including the thumb, okay?
Okay.
So 4 fingers, including the thumb. Humans 5, obviously.
Yeah.
And then both Ithcal and Rah have 3.
Okay.
So,
and it's true for their feet too?
For their feet? Actually, I don't know. I have never seen any of them without shoes.
Okay, so we'll just leave it there. All right, that's it.
They're in space. They should have shoes on. So.
Okay. All right. So that's. Oh wait, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, nothing.
Okay. Yeah, that seems alright. I think I got it.
Yep.
All right. That's pretty much it. All right. Thanks again, Carlos. That was a pretty good meeting. I think we got a lot of stuff done. Oh, what else I'm actually gonna add another task. I'm gonna design the ball too. Hold on, let me write that down so I don't forget.
Yeah, the ball.
So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do some ball designs.
So the ball we have now is this one.
Yeah.
Feel free to play with the design.
Okay, cool. Can you send me that image also when you send? I'll have that image.
Okay, I will.
Okay, great. and then that should be it. I'll just do some ball designs, and then we'll move forward from there. All right.
Okay.
All right, cool, Carlos. Well, you have a great weekend. I'll talk to you later, man.
Yeah, take care.
Yep. And if, for anyone who wants to ask Carlos any questions or me questions, you can email us. There's the links below. You can visit the website to watch any of the previous stuff that we've done already. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So see you guys later. See you later, Carlos.
Bye bye.